to another episode of Target Audience. I am your host, Kyle Beemuller, and today I am so pleased to have Jim McMillen with us. He is a sales and marketing consultant with over 30 years of experience. I think we're going to be able to learn a whole lot from Jim. Welcome, Jim, to the show.
I guess the short answer is, I guess in my current role, most recently I was let go due to COVID. The longer answer is that I've had a background in communications as well as engineering. And so I kind of really have this penchant to be able to explain really complex things in like really simple to easy to understand terms. So I ended up kind of interfacing a lot with clients directly because of that ability to be able to explain what it is that we do in marketing for them. And you'll see this in every industry. It's not even marketing, but just the hockey stick growth of technology in every industry has made it so that we can track how many times our customers sneeze. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, well, do we really need to know that? You know, like what is our business and what are we really trying to do here? And so, you know, we as marketing professionals have to kind of bring all of everybody kind of back to that point and use these tools for the best ROI. I think that I think it's still important to try to specialize in a particular industry. With the explosion of social media and everything, you know, and we've got the gig economy now, everybody's wearing a lot of different hats. But if you look at your own behaviors of people that you follow on social media or people that you're interested in, they really specialize in one thing, you know, even if it's on TikTok and they're just simply funny, you know. So it's important to start figuring out where that is that you want to kind of settle in at. And it's going to take a little bit of juggling to figure that out, but I think we got to specialize more than anything. That surprises me is just how much creativity there is out there. You know, again, with just the explosion of technology, has made it so that everybody can now be seen and heard. And there's just a lot of creativity out there in how people are using technology, how they're getting attention, how they're simply communicating and connecting with people in somewhat a very dull, you know, kind of a format. I think it's really getting good at what the data is telling us. You know, we can measure everything, that's great, but we really need to be able to step away from what we're measuring, you know, and not just quantifiably, you know, deliver those results, but how is that impactful? Like, why do we care? There's a great quote that I love from James Barksdale, who's president and CEO of Netscape. And he said, if we have data, let's make decisions based on data. If all we're going to use is opinions, well, then let's go with mine. So it just always brings me back to just really what is that data telling us? Because we all have great opinions, we all have great ideas, but what is it that we're really trying to solve? I really enjoy using Canva for content creation. That's a really good one. I use InVideo typically for doing video. And then other than that, using any video recording tools like Zoom, what we're using now, or Loom, like that's really important in terms of sales pitches and communication. But then also just the entire Google suite of stuff, especially even, I mean, I know it sounds mundane, but I even use Google Calendar and just make sure that my day is blocked out so I'm using my time efficiently. I think in today's age, it's easy to get distracted and we forget what we're what we're kind of supposed to be focused on. So those are just a few, but there's a lot of good tools. The trick is to just not let them become a distraction for you. So in my role, I tend to kind of stay at that 30,000 foot view and overlook everything, as a whole. So not just things that are happening in technology, like privacy, like you're referring to, but just what is happening in the world. I worked with a lot of manufacturing clients, and they're very responsive to what the price of steel is, so all of those things have an impact. But also kind of partnering with that, it's important to find, companies like yours, Kyle, like with Perfect Search, because back to one of my earlier answers about needing to specialize. If you're really trying to get good at what you're doing, you can't learn everything. You can, but you're not going to be effective because you're not going to have time to implement any of this stuff. So you really need to partner with good, partners like you guys who can keep on tabs on all that technology and know actually what it means to business owners. When you're first starting out, there's a lot to prove. There's a lot and there's a lot you don't know, and there's a lot that you're learning. So again, I think it's the ability to know when to say no, and to kind of keep on that path that you're on, at least for, you at least got to give it a little bit of a chance before you switch tracks again. But, if you end up trying to do too many things, or trying to learn too many things, you're just not going to be effective. And that's what people are going to remember more than, how to use a whole suite of software. I would probably be a blacksmith. There's just something about the sheer physicality of pounding metal, but there's also that artistic and science element to it, So I don't know, I just really find that fascinating. If I wasn't a blacksmith, I'd probably be a millwright. Those are the guys that come in and set factories up and automation and all that kind of stuff. Because I've just got this, desire to kind of learn how things work and how can we make it work a little bit better. So those are probably two things. So I've got a million stories, and so back when I was working actually downtown Chicago, when it was lunchtime, we would walk to the Taste of Chicago. So that's the big food fest there in Chicago every year, every summer. And so we walked to the Taste of Chicago, and I remember we're walking down this path, and we come to a four-way intersection. And for whatever reason, everybody was all walking into the intersection. But if you've ever been there, Kyle, it's crowded. And we came to a complete standstill. And I swear it had to have been 5 minutes. And so it's kind of okay, what's kind of happening here? And then one guy completely freaks out. And he just starts bursting his way through the whole crowd, and everybody panics and boom, and disappears, and I'm just standing there after it's all over going, what just happened? So after that, I kind of tend to avoid big fests or big crowds of people, I guess. Well, I have a lot of them. I don't know who doesn't love music, and just brings everybody together. But for me, I think it would have to be Spirit in the Sky, only the 86 version with Doc and the Medics. So I'm kind of dating myself just a little bit there, but that's probably one. That was at the height of my high school basketball career. And so that was it's hard to go wrong with that 4/4 rock beat and just fuzzed out guitars, and that's a good one. Oh, just keep striving, guys. Just keep doing your best. Stay focused on what you do well. That's what makes you unique and different in this world. So good luck.